welcome you to our San Antonio Wellness Expert Roundtable. I have three women here who are experts in their field of functional medicine and mind-body counseling, and they have been leading the community here in San Antonio for a number of years. So I first want to introduce Dr. Gonzalez. She owns Vital Life Wellness here in San Antonio with 2 locations. She specializes in functional medicine, but she has a great hybrid of cash and insurance model. So she can help so many people in the community. So I've asked her to be here, so welcome.
Good morning, it's great to be here.
I've also asked Dr. Thomas to be here. She is our medical director for the Institute for Peak Health. She also specializes in functional medicine with a concentration on gut health and really finding the root to the problem, not just covering it up with a pill, potion, or lotion. So thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here.
And I also have Rhonda Devlin here, who is, there's too many things behind her name. She has so many certifications. She is also a nurse, and she is a counselor and clinician. She's also a life coach, and she really focuses on the pastoral side and the Christian-based side of counseling, just to make sure that you're taking care of your whole body. And I really want to thank you for taking your time to be here today.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
So I wanted to start with Dr. Gonzalez and just really touching base on some things that Vital Life itself has done to really make sure that our community knows that you guys are taking care of their community, and just some steps you have and some bits of knowledge that they can take forward to make sure they take charge of their health.
All right, well, thank you so much, Blaine, for the introduction first. When this virus first arrived here in San Antonio, we presented several videos for our patients, and most of those videos were designed around talking about COVID-19, what was this virus like, how did it behave, and really we expressed to our patients all the things that we were doing in order to keep our patients safe and healthy, as well as our employees here at Vital Life. I realized that when this virus first arrived, it created such a tremendous amount of stress, anxiety, and fear. And although we've tried to give all of these wonderful facts about this virus, my hope today was to bring these wonderful female professionals, I consider them wellness experts, professional colleagues, and friends, together, because my goal today really is to help our patients to remove stress, to reduce anxiety, and to reduce fear. We know a whole lot more about this virus. We still will have to continue learning. There are tons of research that will need to be conducted. However, there are some things that are factual that we know about. Number one, we know that this virus, when it has a tremendous negative impact on patients, it actually impacts patients that are elderly. As a family doctor and also board certified with the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine, one message that I want to get across to our patients is that as we age, we don't have to be frail. Frailty is not a normal part of aging. And if we can focus on pillars of health and focus on wellness, our patients can age well and really and truly fight not only viruses and infections, but reduce their risk for cancer and other degenerative changes that we see. So again, the whole goal really was to bring these ladies as experts to provide information to our patients on how we can be well. And it truly requires a village of experts. And it really does require us to focus on several things: the mind, the body, and the spirit. I've had the privilege to be a physician in San Antonio for a long time. We consider ourselves experts in preventive medicine. Dr. Stephanie Thomas, an expert in functional medicine and getting at root causes for health. But I've noticed, and it's been my experience, that even though she and I can help the patient achieve optimal body chemistry, optimal physical health, and make sure that they're getting all the standards of care that they need, which is important even during this time, I've recognized that if the patient doesn't have the right mindset, and if the patient isn't right in their spirit, if they truly don't have all 3 components together, They don't get to the place where they can live an optimal life free of the diseases that are creating a problem for patients today.
Yeah, it's so important that we find that ultimate balance in our bodies. And with that, Dr. Thomas, I know that you really specialize in this gut health and really finding the way for the patient to better themselves from the inside out. So I'd love for you to talk to us about that today.
Yeah, so digestive health has become one of my passions. Of course, I deal with all aspects of health, but partially that's because, you know, in the past I had my own health struggles with digestive health. So functional medicine actually saved me. But really, as humans, we have a certain foundation in place to be at our best health. And there's a lot of things we can do now to be proactive and to help make sure that our foundation is solid so that health can flourish from there. Our foundational pillars of health can be summed up as digestion and detoxification, nutrition, fitness, and then balance of your chemistry. That would include things like hormone balance, circadian rhythm, and of course, balancing the stress response.
And during these times, I know that we've had a whole dynamic change on the way we prepare foods and the way we order foods. What's some good tips for everyone that's watching on how to take care of themselves nutritionally through these times?
I would say the very first thing is to make sure that your digestion and detoxification is in order, because 70 to 80% of your immune system actually lies within your digestive tract. So making sure that it's functioning optimally is critical all the time, but especially when we're faced with viruses or other threats. The digestive system also helps you to assimilate those nutrients from your food, excrete toxins, you know, byproducts of metabolism, and those kinds of things. So digestion really has to be in order for you to be able to move on to the next pillar, which is your nutrition. The food that you eat really will act as medicine and provide essential building blocks for body processes, including the ability to grow and repair tissue. So the focus really should be making sure when you're putting food in, you're putting things in that are wholesome, that are, you know, not processed, and definitely things that are not inflammatory. If you eat something and you're having a digestive, you know, response, you're having heartburn or you're having bloating or indigestion, that's not normal, and that's a sign that you need to really nip that into the bud.
I can appreciate that too. As being an exercise physiologist, I know that nutrition is so important when it comes to exercise, and exercise is one way that I personally really find a balance in my mind, body, and spirit. And that's where I would really like to jump in with Rhonda. That's your specialization is making sure that mind, body, and spirit is connected. And we know through a ton of research that is 100% correct. And so I'll let you lead off with just finding that balance.
Yeah, so I am specialized as a counselor, a pastor, a clinician, and a certified life and wellness coach. And so I love the fact that we're all getting together because really to take care of your body, your being really comprehensively, it's so important to take care of your body, but if your mind is not right and your heart is not right and your spirit's not right, it's really challenging to make those decisions for better health, right? So especially in a time like this, I feel like our safety, our security has really been rocked. And you notice that unfortunately, some people who have, you know, poor coping skills right now, the alcohol consumption's gone up, there's more domestic abuse, there's suicides, there's all kinds of stuff going on. And so if there was ever a time, it's now for us to really get in sync with our body, to comprehensively focus on our mind, our emotions, our spirit, and our body. So there's lots of ways to do that, but I will tell you, in my over 23 years of experience, it usually takes a village, and it takes someone pointing out things, helping you with your blind spots. And you know what? A safe, confidential, encouraging, loving place where you can just, what I like to call puke as you're going through and you're dumping some of that stress. And then getting some good ideas on how can I have a better strategy to effectively get traction and be better and be healthier. So that's what I love to do.
And Rhonda, I know that now people have a lot of time at home. They're looking at all these research and they're reading things and they're starting exercise programs and they're starting these things. What can we do to make sure that these programs that we are looking into, that we can continue them on future? So I see people, you know, exercising 10 hours a day and trying to go overboard. What's some good tips that they can do to make sure that these are safe and effective?
Yeah, that's good. So balance, right? So mindfulness, right? So mindfulness is simply awareness of what am I doing and what intensities am I going towards. So right now we have a lot of time on our hands, and you might find that you are working out 10 hours a day, just trying to keep yourself busy, but that's not in the long run going to be able to work well for you. So we need to find a place of balance and harmony. And we need to bring in, again, like with nutrition, like Dr. Stephanie had said, that, you know, it's okay. I would say it's okay to have compassion and have a little indulgence occasionally, but you got to have responsibility and you got to be self-disciplined, right? So again, we're looking to find this balanced place for all of us so that we can continue whatever good habits, whatever we're making the most of right now, will continue forward, okay? So anything that's too intense is not going to last. You're going to burn out, basically. So that's what I would tell people. Find structure, bite size, you know, do it in bite-sized moments, and find, you know, celebrate the fact that you are progressively doing something and be excited about that. And don't let that be your new norm. You know, don't go back to where you were, because some people were not really living in a place of wellness, if you will. And so this has been a great time for us to slow down and not be so distracted and check in with ourselves. And we're going to be so much better for ourselves and for all those that we love as well.
Yeah, I really like that we're focusing on, you know, out of adversity comes greatness, and we're going to see a lot of improvement, I think, in our community, just in general through these times. So I do want to put you guys on the spot, and I want to go through and see. I want one token. That's one token that you could give to all of your patients. If you could communicate this to everybody right now, what would you communicate to them today to help them live a better life through this time and just in the future in general? And I'll start with Dr. Gonzalez.
All right. Well, if I had to say one thing to the patients or anyone watching this video, I would say take control. We absolutely don't have any control over things that happen in China or other countries. We don't have control over the decisions that the government makes. We don't have control over the health insurances and what they cover and what they don't allow. But we all can take control over our health, and we can control what we put into our bodies and how we care for our bodies. So that would be the message that I would give to everyone today, is take control of your health. Don't be dependent on the disease care system that we are working in today. Find yourself a functional medicine wellness expert and start making sure that you're getting all the standards of care that you need and that you deserve, and that you start working towards optimization and optimal health and optimal wellness.
That's all great points, and I know that our community will benefit greatly from that. And Dr. Thomas, what's yours?
So mine would be along the same lines. My advice would be to be proactive. Take a proactive stance with your life and your health as opposed to a reactive stance. So I think, you know, just over the years, we've all been kind of trained to react to things, to look for that Band-Aid. But really now is the time to take care of your health, now more than ever. I will sometimes kind of jokingly say that, you know, when is the best time to take care of your health? And people will say, oh, today. And I'll say, well, actually it was yesterday. But we can't do that. So the very next best time to take care of your health is actually today.
And speaking of taking charge of your health, I understand that you do some live webinars that are free to the community.
I do. I actually do weekly and sometimes twice weekly educational seminars. Of course, during times of social distancing, we are doing live webinars. When we are not socially distanced, I actually do live seminars out in the community. So it's a great opportunity to learn more about what you can do with for your health and how to take action. So you can get more information on when and where those will be held by going to our website, our Facebook, or our Instagram page.
Great, we'll definitely check that out. And Rhonda, what's your token?
Yeah, well, and it's hard to put it into one little thing. I would say prioritize. I would really encourage you to be positive minded. Okay, focus on the positive. Don't become inundated with the news and the worry. It's not going to help you, your mind, your soul, your spirit, your body. And I would just say focus on what is important and make a decision now. Make a decision now to go forward. Take this as an opportunity and make traction and just be a better you, because it's absolutely possible.
And Rhonda, I know you're heavy in the radio and you've done some podcasts and those things as well.
Yeah, so I have been a radio host and a podcast host. My program's called Level Up, and the whole concept is to level up in our body, our mind, our soul, and our spirit. And you can find that at rhondadevlin.com. Obviously, I'm also on YouTube, Rhonda Devlin. Obviously, not able to go to the studio right now and do all that stuff. But yeah, I've been able to have the honor and privilege to be able to reach people that way too.
Wow, just a wealth of knowledge for our community and outreach programs and different things they can take advantage of. So I would strongly urge you to take advantage of all of these opportunities that these women have put out there for you and these leaders in the San Antonio community. I want to thank you, ladies, for taking time out of your busy schedules today to be here at this San Antonio Expert Wellness Roundtable. The information that you have provided to our community and that you continue to provide to our community is exceptional. And I know that the San Antonio and surrounding area will just be a stronger, better place because of this camaraderie. So I want to encourage all of you to go check out Dr. Gonzalez. You can find her website at vitallifewellness.com. There are 2 locations here in San Antonio that her and her team can help you out with. Dr. Thomas has an amazing website with a plethora of information, along with her weekly live webinars at i4peakhealth.com. Make sure you check her out there. And then Rhonda Devlin actually has 2 websites that you can contact her through. That's going to be at levelupwellnesssa.com and also rhondadevlin.com. If you need to reach out to her on the phone, it's going to be at 210-218-6647. All of these ladies are exceptionally gifted and talented women. They're experts in their field, and they are going to make sure that you achieve the best wellness that you can achieve today. And I really thank you for taking your time for being here today.